Good day children, teacher Rina, and for today's lesson, we are going to tackle about menstrual cycle. But before we tackle our discussion, let us first know the main objectives. The objectives of our lesson are know what the menstrual cycle is, describe the different phases of the menstrual cycle, determine how the menstrual cycle occurs, and lastly, learn the common symptoms of the menstrual cycle. Now, what is the menstrual cycle? The menstrual cycle is a monthly occurrence in female and it has an average span of 28 days. It is a process that prepares a woman for pregnancy. Menarche is the first onset menstruation, and menstruation, also known as period, refers to as female monthly bleeding. Now, what are the different phases of the menstrual cycle? Those phases are menstrual, follicular, ovulation, and luteal. Now, let's describe the phases of the menstrual cycle. Number 1 is menstrual phase. It is the breaking down of the lining of the uterus. It can last any time from 1 to 5 days. The second one is the follicular phase. It is the preparation of the ovaries to release an egg cell. It occurs from 1 to 13th day. Number 3, ovulation phase. It is the release of an egg cell. It occurs from 14th day of the cycle. And lastly, the luteal phase. It is the changing of female hormone levels that cause the uterine lining to shed. It occurs from 15th to 28th day of the cycle. Now, how does the menstrual cycle occur? The menstrual cycle includes several phases. The exact timing of the phases of the cycle is a little bit different for every woman and can change over time. Cycle days or events of the menstrual cycle. From 1 to 5th day, the first day of menstrual bleeding is considered day 1 of the cycle. Your period can last anywhere from 3 to 8 days, but 5 days is average. Bleeding is usually heaviest in the first 2 days. From day 6 to 14th, once the bleeding stops, the uterine lining, or also called the endometrium, begins to prepare for the possibility of a pregnancy. The uterine lining becomes thicker and enriched in blood and nutrients. From 14th to 25th day, somewhere around day 14, an egg is released from one of the ovaries and begins its journey down the fallopian tube to the uterus. If sperm are present in the fallopian tube at this time, fertilization can occur. In this case, the fertilized egg will travel to the uterus and attempt to implant in the uterine wall. Now, from day 25 to 28, if the egg was not fertilized or implantation does not occur, hormonal changes signal the uterus to prepare to shed its lining. And the eggs break down and it's shed along with the lining. After the occurrence, the cycle repeats itself. Now, what are the symptoms of the menstrual cycle? Some women have no pain or other problems, but other women have symptoms before during their period. For about a week before a period, many women have some premenstrual symptoms. You may feel more tense or angry. You may gain water weight and feel bloated. Your breast may feel tender. You may get acne. You also may have less energy than usual. But a day or two before your period, you may start having pain or cramps in your belly, back, or legs. These symptoms go away during the days of your menstrual period. So that's it. That's the end of our discussion. So now that you already have the knowledge of menstrual cycle, let's have a short quiz about it to know if you really grasp the topic that I discussed. So the quiz direction is match the concept inside the box with the given statement. Write only the letter on the space provided. And also, please, children, once you are finished, please let me know so that we can start checking your work. Okay, everyone, are you finished? Great, so let us check your work. Number 1, it is the monthly occurrence in female and it has an average span of 28 days. The answer is C. Number 2, these are the different phases of the menstrual cycle. The answer is letter F. Correct. Number 3, it is the breaking down of the lining of the uterus. It can last any time from 1 to 5 days. The answer is letter D. Very good. Number 4, it is the preparation of the ovaries to release an egg cell. It occurs from 1 to 13th day. The answer is letter A. Number 5, it is the release of an egg cell. It occurs from 14th day of the cycle. The answer is letter E. And number 6, it is the changing of female hormone levels that cause the uterine lining to shed. It occurs from 15th to 28th day of the cycle. The answer is letter B. Great! So, now that you already know those topic and those knowledge about it, I hope that you really learned, and I hope also to see you next time. Thank you for watching.